Hello everyone. I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Baramasagara. We are discussing the subject Financial Markets and Services in that Module 3 Regulatory Framework. Today I will discuss about the topic Regulatory Framework, its introduction and as well as origin of RBI. In our previous video, we have discussed about investment policy of banks, that is every bank based on their objectives and thrust areas frame investment policies which will guide their investment activity. And also we discussed about factor determining the liquidity of banks. There are various factors such as statutory requirement, number and size of deposits, nature of deposits, banking habits of the people, magnitude of monetary or cash transactions, etc. There are various factors which are influencing the liquidity policy of commercial banks. Now let us discuss the present video's topic, regulatory framework. Regulatory framework nothing but it is a systematic arrangement of laws and institutions for the control, regulation and as well as development of an economy. And the stability of a financial system is important for stability of an economic system. Each country has evolved its own regulatory system to ensure the smooth functioning of the financial sector. The regulatory system operates with the following objectives. The first objective is to infuse high level of confidence in the market. The second one to ensure protection of the customer. Third one to enhance the financial system. And the last one is to reduce the financial crimes. These are the basic objectives of any regulatory system. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅದು ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸವನ್ನು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದರ ಮೂಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಹಣಕಾಸು ಅಪರಾಧಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. In India, we are having two primary financial services regulators. The one is the Reserve Bank of India, which is regulating the Indian banking industry, and the second one is Securities and Exchange Board of India, regulating the capital market industry in India. In the present video, we will discuss about the Reserve Bank of India and its origin. The Reserve Bank of India is the apex financial institution of the country's financial system. It is entrusted with the task of planning, control, supervision, promotion and development of financial system. We are going to call it as a central bank of the country. It is the center of the Indian monetary and as well as the banking system. All banks and monetary institutions which are operating in India are under the purview of the RBI or the Reserve Bank of India. The origin of Reserve Bank of India. The pre-independence era, nothing but before the independence, the Imperial Bank of India was set up in 1921, which performed a few central banking functions. During the rule of British government, the British government for the smooth functioning of its operations has established Imperial Bank of India and has given some of the rights to Imperial Bank of India to print notes, to circulate money and to act as a central bank of India. But later the legal framework was provided in 1934 by passing the Reserve Bank of India Act, and from the March 6, 1934 the Reserve Bank of India Act has been passed, and the Imperial Bank of India is renamed as a Reserve Bank of India, and it is officially announced as a Central Bank of India. In accordance with the Act, the Reserve Bank of India was constituted and commenced its operation from 1st April 1935, and it was a private shareholders bank with a paid-up capital of 5 crore rupees up to 1947. Now let us discuss the post-independence era. Soon after the independence, the Reserve Bank of India Act has been passed. Reserve Bank of India 1948 Act has been passed, and the Reserve Bank of India has been nationalized. And the government of India undertook the control of the Reserve Bank of India in 1949 and announced it as a Central Bank of India. From 1949 to till now, the Reserve Bank of India is acting as a central bank of India, and it is successfully managing the Indian banking system and as well as the monetary system, and it has contributed a large in developing a Indian financial market into a world-class financial market. Now let us summarize the whole session. Each country has evolved its own regulatory system to ensure the smooth functioning of the financial sector. The Indian is having two primary regulators in its financial system, that is Reserve Bank of India, which is controlling the banking framework, and as well as the Securities and Exchange Board of India, which is controlling the capital market framework. The Reserve Bank of India has been constituted and commenced its operations from during the British rule, that is 1st April 1935. Later on, during 1949, it has been nationalized and it's commenced its operations and officially announced as a Central Bank of Independent India. So you can refer these books for your further readings: Khan M.I. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice, Tata McGrail Publications; E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Banking Theory, Law and Practice, Himalaya Publications; L. M. Bhole, Jitendra Mukund, Financial Institutions and Markets, McGrail Publications; Raman B.H., Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Bookhouse Publications. Thank you. I thank everyone for your patience listening, and please kindly comment with your suggestions and as well as queries. Thank you one and all.